It's August the 14th, and this is your Pacific Palisades real estate market update. I'm James Respondek with Rodeo Realty, and I've sold hundreds of homes to generations of Palisadians. Here is this week's important market activity. There are 296 listings. 230 of those are land listings. That's up 8 from last week. And 66 are existing homes. That's up 6 from last week. We sold 189 listings. That's up 15 from last week. All of those are land listings. There were no existing home listings last week. Let's go to the alphabet streets. There are 26 active listings there. 44 have sold, 4 are in escrow. The average price per square foot is $288 a foot. Just sold 1117 Chautauqua Boulevard, sold for $1.7 million. It's a little over 6,000 square foot lot, came in at $282 a foot. See, right there in that trading range. Just listed 1034 Embury, a 5,200 footer. Now that's listed for $1,495,000 or $287 a foot. See, we're right there in the trading range again. 1144 Chautauqua, a 9841 square foot lot, listed for $4.2 million. Now that's coming in at $427 a foot. Feels rich to me. But I'll give it some credit because it is on the rim side of the street there, and you will get some views. Just sold 911 Galloway, a 5,200 footer, sold for $1,550 or $298 a foot, so a little bit over the trading range, but not that far, so it's right in there. And just listed 1046 Fisk Street, a 5,200 footer. Look at this, $1,495 or $288 a foot, right in the trading range. Let's go to the Elio Bluffs. 30 active listings in there right now. 24 have sold, 4 are in escrow. We're coming in at $309 a foot. That's the average. Just sold 430 Via de la Paz, an 8,000 square footer, sold for $208 or $349 a foot. Now Via gets a little premium because it's a little wider street. It's got nice setbacks, so you know it's going to go for a little bit more. Just sold 669 Haverford, a 9,000 footer, sold for $2,156 or $240 a foot. So now that's a little less. Why is that? Because it's down in that more Temescal Canyon section there where the price points are a little bit lower. Still very nice. This is a nice flat lot. I used to live on that street and I really enjoyed it. Just sold 595 Radcliffe, sold for $1,200. It's a 10,000 footer. Don't get too excited. Probably half of that was down the hill. So, you know, it's coming in at $121, but, you know, double that, and you've got a little more accurate price per square foot there of usable. Just listed 709 Swarthmore, a close to 5,600 footer for $1,600 or $286 a foot. And just listed 713 Swarthmore right next door. Okay, these are nice lots. They're flat. You know, Swarthmore's a little narrower, but I love it because it's super close to the schools and the village. So this one's also listed at $1,595 or $279 a foot. Let's go to the Huntington Palisades land listings. 12 active listings right now. 20 have sold, averaging $433 a foot. And we have just listed 856 Toyota. It's an 8,000 footer, listed at $3.5 or $435 a foot, so right there in the trading range. Just sold 530 Chapala, an 8,900 square foot lot, sold for $430 or $477 a foot. Okay, it's a little higher. I like Chapala there. It's on the other side of the boulevard. That is Pampas Ricas Boulevard. Next, we have just listed 745 Toyota. I like this one. It's a almost 8,000 square foot lot, and it's listed at $3.5 or $441. But I like that entry level $3.5 price. Let's go to the Marquez Nolles land listings. There are 53 land listings in there right now. 22 have sold, and 7 are in escrow, and we're averaging $202 a foot. So just sold 16755 Bollinger, a 55 square foot lot. Wow, sold for 1,270. Nice price point, okay, or 247 a foot. Just listed 16506 Akron, a 7,500 footer, under $1 million. Wow, that's a great entry level lot. And just listed 887 Chattanooga, a 5,200 footer for 1.4 or 269 a foot. We'll go to Upper El Medio land listings right now. 7 active listings in there. 1 is sold, 1's in escrow, and just listed. This is actually kind of like more off of the Bienvenida, but we're calling it that same location. It's in that little Maroney Lane. I like to call it that Maroney Lane Canyon down there. 2 lots, huge, and it used to host a gigantic, gorgeous 9,000 square foot, $20 million, property, and it's now on for $6 million. So that is it totals 40,000 square feet, so you can build yourself a really nice, property on that. Okay, let's go to the El Medio Bluffs land listings. 10 active listings in there, 10 have sold, 4 are in escrow. We're averaging $282 a foot there, and just sold 16032 Miami Way, and that sold for 1,550 or 270 a foot. Now that did have a 4324 lot on it, a house on it, so you can build a nice sized house on that. On the fast track, that is. All right, let's go to the Loscasus Loop next, and that has 8 active listings in there. 3 have sold, 1 in escrow. We're averaging $206 a foot, and just listed 670 North Loscasus, listed for $1,795. And it's a good size lot, 9821 or $183 a foot. Now, good to note, there's one sold just down the street at $165 a foot, so that might be just a little on the high side. And next, let's go to Marquez Nolles, single families or existing homes. 5 actives in there right now. 4 have sold, 2 are in escrow, and just listed 16619 Bienvenida Place, listed for a little under $2 million or $950 a foot. It has a 2,100 square foot house on it, a 13,000 square foot lot. Now some of that goes up the hill, so I think it's mostly like a courtyard and a deck for yards there. Just listed 16647 Charmel Lane, a for $3 million, almost $4 million, and that has a 3,357 square foot house on it on a 10,000 square foot lot. Next, let's go to Castell Lamar, and let's go to existing homes in Castell Lamar. 6 active listings, 0 have sold, and we just listed 17711 Ravello Drive. That's a almost 4,000 square foot house on a 3,800 square foot lot, and that listed for $4,250. I don't know. I like it, but it feels a little rich. Now listen to this. 286 Quadravecchio Drive, just listed for $8.9 million. Now that's interesting because that was actually listed for a little lower price pre-fire. So that is an interesting strategy to take. Let's go to Sunset Mesa land listings. 13 active listings there. 8 have sold, 6 are in escrow. We're averaging $200 a foot, 201. And just listed 18434 Coastline Drive. That is a 23,000 square foot lot. Now, not all of that's flat. I'm going to guess maybe 7,000 or 8,000 of that's flat. But check it out. It is on the rim of coastline. So next stop is just Hawaii. The place has the most fantastic ocean views. One just sold right nearby for 3.1. This is listed for 2.8. And we're going to talk about that one that just sold. 18428 Coastline Drive did just close for 3.1 million. It started at 2.5, so they had a lot of offers. Just shows you can't underprice if you market it properly. And I know how to do that. So just sold 3731 Seahorn Drive, sold for $1,290,000 or $194 a foot. And here's something interesting, Malibu Beach, okay? So there's nothing really super new to report on it, except you may have heard in the news that there is somebody buying up 9 or 10 lots on the beach. Well, as it turns out, now don't quote me, and I don't know this absolutely, but it seems to be leading to a New Zealand billionaire toy manufacturer could be the buyer. Okay, so hope this information has been helpful to you. And if you're looking to find your perfect property, you can tell I know all the properties that are on the market and can direct you to the best possible buy. Or if you're thinking of selling, I know how to really get you the best possible price in this market. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.